Can you hear me, Nicole?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now. Oh, that's the first time. Hi, Nicole. Welcome to the Unexpected Detour. Where
Hi.
life detours are definitely inevitable. I'm your host, Hannah, and today I have with me my sister, friend, confidant, a lot of things here with her unexpected detour. And the reason why I wanted her on here is because for all of you people who think that life stops because something happens, it doesn't stop. You make it stop because you don't continue on what you need to do to keep your life going. You sit around and have this pity party. But here we have Nicole, and I'm going to let her tell you about her journey and to let you see that her life never stopped. She kept going. And Nicole, would you like to tell us about your journey?
Sure. Hi, Francis.
Hi.
Um, Hi, my name is Nicole Lane. My journey has been quite a journey. I am a Chiari 1 malformation decompression. They call it zipper heads for short because I had brain surgery in 2014. There were many ailments. I have consistent headaches. I have internal tremors. I have body aches. I have neuropathy. All those things that come with Chiari. Uh, the Now lately, for some reason, I'm having the ringing in my ear. Um, and with all of that, on top of that, I developed severe sciatic nerve damage and 2 cysts on my spine. And so this has all happened. And my Chiari, I was born with it, but it was, I finally, after my daughter was born and the headaches continued, I finally decided to see a doctor. And in 2014 is when I had my decompression. So I am 8 years out, and I thank God for that. Because it was a scary thing. Um, I mean, basically, my doctor said when the last time I saw her, she told me that this was the surgeon. The next time I go to sleep, I may not wake up. That's how serious it was. And so I really needed to have this decompression. And I am a single mom, and I had my daughter at the time was only 7. So I was nervous, if that's a good word. No, I was scared out of my mind because that was my second opinion. The first one, God said no, and so I guess I wasn't ready. And so for the second opinion, I went back a year and a half, 2 years later, about, and that's when my surgeon was like, "You need to do this." So I took a deep breath. I put my trust in the Lord because, any surgery of any kind can be dangerous. And this is a surgery that was basically on my brain, cracking my skull, the whole nine, or a piece of it. So it has taken me through twists and turns, but all the while I continue to work and push. I have a now 21-year-old, and it hasn't been easy, but it has been a blessing, and it has taught me many lessons of pushing forward. That,
And
you
throughout
know,
all of this,
yes,
Nicole is her own entrepreneur.
yeah.
Let me tell you, she has an awesome book. If you like desserts, you'll love her book.
Can I show them my book?
Yes, please
Okay.
show the book.
So this is my pastry book. I did go to school. I went to school and I loved pastries. So I can say that I genuinely can say that I was always doing desserts. But I decided I wanted to go to school and get the tools that maybe I didn't know or didn't have. And so my girlfriend, who is an awesome has an awesome publishing company called Jana Hicks Publishing. She pushed me, she put that fire under me because I've been doing desserts since, when I got pregnant with my daughter, I wanted to stay home. So because of that, this came about. Precious Desserts came about. And basically, I finally this year published a book with Jana Hicks Publishing. And this is the beautiful book that was designed by the publishing company and me. And in it, you will see we have brownies, cookies, and scones in this one. This is volume 1.
And I will definitely be putting this in my link. But
Yeah.
not only did she do this while she was on her back, which most of you wouldn't do, be laid up on your back, create your own line of jewelry. How
Yeah.
awesome is that?
Yeah, I have it
Has
on.
her own line. Let us show us some pieces. Let the world see what you
let's see.
do.
So these are the earrings that I've created. You can go on to
I'll put that link in there too.
yeah, and then this is one that Francis just bought. This is this is tiger's eye, red tiger's eye with the butterfly, really nice. These are 10mm beads, so this is one of them. Let me see if I have, I have this one, and I can show you the earrings. But throughout all of this is what, because I like to stay busy, and I like to, this is another one that someone just bought.
I want that one.
Yeah, I can't, this one's sold already.
Oh, okay. But you had a yellow one there.
I have others I'll show you. So this is the Tree of Life with rose quartz and strawberry quartz mixed together, and a piece of selenite. So this is a beautiful one too. So I stay busy because, and I'll tell you that half of the time, most of my beads end up on the floor because, like I said, I have internal tremors, and I also have the, like, I don't know what it's called, but when you twitch, and so my beads go flying at times. But even with that, I try my best to still, not get discouraged and still do it, because you have to believe in yourself, and you have to give yourself a chance to build. I don't like the word disability because I'm not really disabled. Technically by medical terms I am, but I think that I'm an abled body. I just have to do it differently. I may not be able to do it like everyone else does it, but I do it I do it my way.
But you amaze me just to know about your journey, your cookbook. And then I remember when you started the jewelry, and I was like, okay. And I came to your house and I got me some, and I was like, wow. So Nicole kind of encouraged me every time, and I never said anything. Every time I would ask her for advice, I'm not a person that likes criticism.
You're going in and out.
Oh, can you hear me now? Better?
You're breaking up.
Really?
There you go. I hear you now.
Oh, okay. I'm not a person that really, really likes criticism, but I would always come to Nicole and ask her about, should I write this in the podcast and that? And I never got to write it. And it was because I'm not one for constructive criticism. So I had to sit down, I had to think about it. And I was like, you know what? I'm always asking her for advice, but then I get a piss with her, but she never knew it because of the advice she's given, because I felt like it was like bad criticism. But as I thought about it, it wasn't bad criticism at all. It was called constructive criticism.
And
so
it's
this
also
is what
called
came
love.
to the point with me showing my face to you because of this young lady here. This young lady has encouraged me through the journey of breast cancer, which happened after the fact, but because she is also knowledgeable in medicine, she helps me. She helps me when, like yesterday, I was complaining about aches and pains, and she was like, "You?" Yeah. So she helps me. She brings to my mind that, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not all like that. All the conversations we have about these aches and pains, she and I, we can't do that. So in a way, we encourage each other. But I adopted her and she adopted me as sisters. And
Yeah.
we met crazy like in a MLM. So anybody who says you cannot build friendships after the MLM is done, that's not true. Because if they're friendships, they're going to be friendships, and that's it. Just because they're not in your group or your organization, you're not friends. That's not how it works. If you're genuinely friendships, you have that connection, you stay there. And that's how we stayed connected after an MLM. We won't tell you what it was, but it was an MLM. We don't want to give them a bad name. So,
No, but I also want to say though, even in constructive criticism, if someone loves you and they love you enough to make sure they don't want you to make, for lack of a word, because the Bible talks about fools, if someone really loves you and they don't want you to make a fool out of yourself, they will tell you, truly, they will tell you the truth because they have your best interest at heart.
right,
I go by the gauge of if someone really loves me, they'll tell me they don't do something because. But
right,
if someone doesn't care about you, then they'll be like, yeah, go ahead, throw yourself to the sharks. Who cares? Because they're not interested in you and they most likely sometimes want to see your demise.
right. And that's what I had to learn. I said, if you didn't love me, you wouldn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote about this in a blog, and I'm like, I'm always coming to people asking, well, what do you think? And then I get pissed because I don't like the answer, but the answer is actually not to hurt me, but for me to better myself,
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because like you said before, you don't want to give misinformation either,
Right. Right.
because then you're held accountable for the information that you've given. So
Exactly.
I've had to rethink a lot of things that we discussed. And I said I had to rethink them. But I had to touch on the fact that I knew what was my deterrent with the podcast and the blogging was the criticism.
Mm-hmm.
I have to learn to accept it so I can still come to you for the criticism then. I'll be fine then.
You can come to me for the love. You can come to me for the love part. Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yes. There's always the love part. We like our what is that? Our strawberry shortcake. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, yes, we do. And
Yes,
even God talks about, he chastises us because he loves us.
yes.
So he disciplines us because he loves us. Because if he didn't, he wouldn't discipline us. He would let us run amok.
Yes, he sure would. He would really let us run amok if he
Mm-hmm.
did not love us the way he does.
Yes,
Even when we want to do our own thing, he has a way of showing us correction
exactly,
where we'll do
exactly.
it his way. And his way
Mm-hmm.
is always the right way. So
Amen.
it's just a matter of tuning in to his voice. I
Mm-hmm.
had to learn that too. So you've taught me a lot, I'm telling you. And I had to come on here. I wanted you to tell your story, and I wanted the world to know how much you have blessed me with
Wow.
your
And it's
knowledge, with
vice
your
versa.
love, and to let people know that just because you stop working in one organization doesn't mean that the friendship you built there ends, because it doesn't.
Never. Mm-mm.
It keeps going, and it's a lifelong thing. It never stops. So
Yes.
that's why I wanted you to come on here. And plus, I never heard of Chiara before until
Mm-hmm.
you told me, and I
Yeah.
wanted the world to know that this is your detour, but your detour wasn't a deterrent to make sure
Mm-hmm.
you were able to survive.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because if you were one that gave up and had your pity party, you would not be talking to me now. We
Yes,
wouldn't be having this
absolutely.
conversation.
That's true, because Chiari can hinder you. You don't die from the actual disease. You die from all the complications that it does give you. And that's usually the thing that people don't know. It's like Chiari 1 malformation, it's another form of fibromyalgia, and it's just different things have different names. But some have it more severe than others. Mine was right in the middle, thank God, and was taken care of in a timely form. So I'm able to sit here and and be here for not only for you but for my friends and my family, and I'm thankful to God for that.
I'm thankful God kept you.
Yes.
I really am. I'm thankful that God kept you. I'm grateful for the friendship and the blessing of the sisterhood.
Yeah.
So, and if you notice, Nicole has those sunflowers there. That's her favorite flower.
Yeah.
So, doesn't she look like a sunflower? She glows.
Well, the sunflower was a promise from God of always keeping the sunshine in my life, even at its most gloomiest.
And you always keep the sunshine because you always smile. I've never seen you without the smile. You always got that smile and that laugh. So, but anyway, you want to say anything else, Nicole, to the people?
No, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. The friendship is because I want the friendship. The friendship is because I want it. And I thank God that He wants it also.
Yeah.
So, friendships are just like a marriage in so many ways. It's work, and you have to put the work in it. So I'm thankful to the both of us for putting the work into it and asking God to continue to flourish it and bless it. And I thank you for this opportunity just to be able to talk about Chiari, because it's funny, I really don't get a chance to really talk about it the way I should. So thank you, and to talk about my book, my lovely book, which you can find
because
on
I looked at that jewelry. I was like, this girl, she is not letting anything. She is not disabled. She is just temporarily down right now, but she's gonna get up. She got a book. She got her jewelry. And I was amazed. I was like, she created this all by herself. And it just was a matter of, she likes jewelry, but she created her own line. Her own line that soon we might be able to get in stores, just like her book. So if you don't know, that book is available for purchase, and I am going to post it in the description. Please go out and buy it.
Yes,
you'll enjoy reading about the desserts. I already saw the book. I saw it before it was ever published. I didn't get that book in her hand, but I did look at the desserts, and I was like, nice. I was impressed. I was like, this
I mean,
chick
even
can
her
bake.
section, like, because I bake and I love baking, I always like to write notes, especially when I'm changing the dessert to my liking. So we give you a section right here on both sides in order for you to add your own comments, maybe take away something. But I will add, ladies and gentlemen, please do not take away the salt.
Yeah, tell them what not to take away, the salt and probably the baking soda, right?
Exactly. Please do not take those things away from your recipes. They are needed. Salt brings out the flavor in chocolates, in the walnuts, and all of those things. So there are some. If you take something out, you have to put something in. Baking,
and then they're not going to know what to put in because they're not used to this.
Yes, baking is the science. It is definitely not like cooking.
And if they wanted to, I know you also make desserts that you could sell, but those are by special order, right?
Yeah, those are by special order. They would have to look for me on Facebook under Precious Desserts and send me an email.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to put all that information in there because I'm sure you will not be disappointed with Nicole and her desserts. And she can also make some awesome Bustelo. I can tell you that.
That's coffee. You gotta say coffee.
That Bustelo, that was so good. and I don't drink it. They make it at work, and I'm like, I don't want that. And when I went to her house and she made it, I was like, oh, this is good. So
Yeah, yeah.
it does make an awesome coffee. So maybe we should help Nicole open up a little pastry shop or something.
Oh, I would love that. That would be, I even see the awning already. The awning would need to be navy blue or midnight blue, which is my favorite color, and gold. Yes, that
A
would be
little
great.
pastry shop, and we can have her Stella over there. Get your cupcakes, and she makes those
Exactly.
scones. I mean, every little dessert you want, you will get it. Because she has some scone in there. I was like, it looks interesting.
Yeah, scones are delicious, especially with like brunch or, right in between. You could either make it savory or sweet, depending on your liking, depending on your taste. Some
Now I'm gonna get my
people,
book so I can make me some scones. Or maybe I'll
yeah,
just come down there and help you make some.
exactly. Yeah, that'll be fine. There'll be two of
Yeah.
us in
When
the
is
kitchen.
your next class where they can see virtually your cooking?
Actually, I will be doing another class on what are we in March? So
Yeah.
I'll be doing it April 14th at
Oh,
7 p.m.
okay. So I'll put that in there so they'll know to get on there and
Yeah,
watch because it's gonna be
it'll
on
be
Facebook, right?
yes, it'll be on Facebook. It'll be me and the publisher, Jana Hicks. We
Okay.
will be doing we'll be making blondies this time.
Okay, and Jana is a publisher who has attended the same high school we did,
No, she
Aquinas.
didn't go to the same high
Oh, she
school
didn't go
as
to
me.
Aquinas? Oh, I
No,
thought she went to Aquinas. Well,
no,
anyway, Jana's the publisher, and I'm
yeah,
sure if you would like her to publish your book, or she would help you.
yes. Um,
Yeah, we
yeah,
give
they
her a
would have
shout
to
out
get in
too.
touch with her
Shout
first.
out, Jana. So
Yes,
give me
they
her
would have to
information.
get
I'll
in
put
touch
that
with
in
her
there too.
first. Huh?
Huh?
No, I was just saying that they would have to get in touch with her first, and she would
No,
let
that's
them
what I'm
know.
saying. They would
Yeah.
have to get in touch with her
Uh-huh.
and she can
Uh-huh.
help them publish a book if they
Yeah.
want, or she'll help them and how to do it. And yeah.
It's a different type of publishing company. So like I said, she would have to have a conversation with them first, and then,
Oh,
they
okay.
have an understanding. So first, yeah, they would have to, most publishing companies also, not every publishing company takes on an author.
Right.
So it's about them having a conversation. She needs to see where you're at and all of that, because everyone wants to write a book, but not everybody can write a book or understands the work that it takes. I mean, and it takes work on the
I could
publisher's
imagine.
end and on the author's end, because both people have to come together.
That's why I don't want to
So
write a book.
yeah, so it takes a lot of work.
I'll just do my podcast and blogs. So,
Yes,
yeah, that works. I should
I'm
write a book. I could write a long story, but
I'm sure you could.
yes, but we haven't gotten that far yet. But
Well,
anyway, I'm
actually, the podcast, I mean, the blogs themselves can be the book, can be the
I
pages of
thought
the book.
about that too, that I can make them the book. I mean, I
Mhm.
wrote one just not that long ago, and I was surprised that the people liked it. Don't
Yeah,
ask me what it was about. It was something.
you are so silly. I can't.
I can't remember. I'm trying
It's
to
okay.
remember why I talk about breast cancer.
Oh, okay.
To let them know there was a reason.
Right, right.
Hopefully they'll get the picture.
Yes.
So the next
And they
time you
will.
look, there'll be something.
And they will definitely get the picture.
Yeah.
I'm sure, because I mean, I do enjoy the blogs. I didn't read the last one. But
Oh,
I do enjoy the blogs because it's an insight. It's a little different from the interview itself, or the podcast itself, because now you're able to read it, and sometimes you can express more in the writing than you
I can do
can.
more on paper than I can with my words because I have sat here and I've thought about it. And
Right, exactly.
I've done them over and over again. So now I can finish the one on procrastination about what I do and my people critiquing me with the criticism.
Oh yes, that'll be a good one.
That's what I'm doing. That's exactly what, but I had to do this publicly. I had to tell you
Uh-huh.
about, how I felt when you
Right.
say things and how it made me feel, which I
Mm-hmm.
knew it was really done in love, but
Mm-hmm.
I took it, I guess because growing up, I never liked criticism. I never could take it.
Mm.
So anybody that said anything to me, I took it personally. And then
Right.
I had to think about it. And I was like, well, Nicole loves me, so she's not going to tell me something wrong. My
Mm-hmm.
son loves me, so he's going to tell me something that he thinks, you know? And like he was like, Ma, have tough skin. That's it. You
Yeah.
either
And
want to
I
do
mean,
what you're going to do and accept the criticism or don't do it at all.
right, because like even in my work as a person, even in making earrings, doing my pastry book, anything that you do, even on my podcast, I I'm mindful of the criticism. I don't mind it only because I can either take it in and grow from it if it's truth, or I can throw it away and leave it there if it's not true.
Right.
And um like a lot of times you have to, I mean, and I guess also because I've seen my daughter, she is a musical theater, that's what she's graduating in, and you have to, even in something like that, you think about it, the director's telling you, I don't like this, but I like that. So, and it's and that's what criticism is about, is should be about helping you to grow. It's
Right.
not about trying to put you down. It's about helping you. And now either you take the advice and you grow from it, and that shows your maturity, or you don't take the advice and you end up in a ditch, because
Or
a
you
lot of
end up
times,
stagnant in what you want to do because you're afraid of the criticism. That's
right.
like yesterday when I went for my treatment, and the nurse was like, if you see a nurse doing something that you don't like, you say something. Don't just sit there and let them do something and not say anything. And I was like, okay, because I remember when my mother told the doctor to go back and go to learn how to draw blood. I was like, no, you did not tell the doctor that. She was like, yes, she did, because she didn't know what she
Mhm.
was doing.
Right.
That was rude. But that
It was
nurse was
rude.
like, this is what they need. They need the
Mhm.
patients to let them know that
Right.
they're doing it wrong, or like when you wash your hands, could you come in? And because he said
Mhm.
a lot of them use that Perel, and he said
Mhm.
the best thing is to wash your hands with some soap and water.
Right. Soap and water kills everything.
Yeah, and that's why he was telling me, if you ever see a nurse coming in and they just use that, ask them to wash your hands, please, because that's what they
Mhm.
should be doing, not just that. So
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, so that's when I said, okay, so I guess the criticism, if the nurse could take criticism, I should be able to take it too. I have to take it at work.
Right.
So I'm taking it from people who love me, and I'm turning it backwards, whereas they're helping me. And maybe at work too. It's criticism that helps. And I guess I had to put tough skin on and not
Mhm.
take things personal. So
Right. Because I think in taking things personal, sometimes we have to be mindful of that. Because not everything is meant to hurt you. Sometimes some people, yeah, some people are genuinely out there to do you that are out there to not do you good, and they are out to hurt you. But for me, I filter things through the word, and I filter things through, I ask God, I was telling this to Jana yesterday, to help me always to discern and to manage my expectations on what is expected or what's coming, what I'm expecting.
right,
So at work, when I'm told, you're a good worker, you're this, you're that, you're that. However, these are the things that we feel that you should be working on. I don't necessarily feel that they may love me, but I necessarily feel that they're trying to help me in the position that I'm in, because
right,
maybe I want to climb up the ladder. And if I fix, or if I adjust to the things that they're trying to tell me to do, I may be able to go up the ladder.
But
But if
that's how I
choose
had to
not
learn.
yeah,
Yeah, especially in the workplace, sometimes we take it as criticism, but it's really to help you develop better at what you're doing. And
right.
if you want to move up, you got to take it and just work with it and work on your craft so that you'll be better at what you do. But anyway,
working.
Nicole, it's saying the time is out.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank
we
you
will
so much.
talk. Thank you for being my guest, and everyone. This is Nicole Celine, and she is one awesome lady, and we thank her. She shared her journey, which is something I really wanted her to do because I needed a better understanding. Instead of looking it up all the time, you get it from the horse's mouth. And she has told us the journey. But I will put all your links in there so they
Okay.
can find you, and we get that book out there, we get that jewelry out there. Oh, and she does have a podcast, Black Girl Joy LLC. So
Yeah.
we will get that out there. And I
Okay.
thank you. Have a nice day.
You too, sweetie. Have a great day. Love
Okay.
you.
All
Bye.
right. You too. Okay. Bye. Okay. Let's see, Molly. Oh, let's see. How?